Blake Snell takes the mound. He's missed most of this season with a shoulder issue. You figure you come back after missing a few months, it'll take some time, but 2 starts, 6 innings, 1 run in both.
The great thing about being a Los Angeles Dodger, no matter how your year has gone, you can still be a superhero, and that's because they're always in the playoffs, and you got a chance to make a huge impact. And so far, the way he has thrown the baseball, he is going to make a huge impact.
Pirates have struck out 29 times in the 2 games this weekend. It looked like yesterday they were set for a upset of a performance against Tarek Skubal, getting those 3 runs on 3 hits in the first inning, but they went 3 for 27 the rest of the game. Dodgers came back with 2 runs in the 4th and the 2 runs in the 5th, and Skubal wound up going 7.
Yeah, 8 of the 9 guys in their lineup had at least 1 K, and a lot of guys had multiple Ks, so it wasn't like 1 or 2 guys get 4 strikeouts each that build those strikeouts. It was the whole lineup that was swinging and missing.
And he gets a break today, does Snell, and that O'Neill Cruz is not in there. He's hit the ground running coming off of the injured list. There's not a who's who sluggers in there today. Strikeout of Valdez for the first out.
The fastball has been elite since coming off the IL. The breaking stuff, if you can be better than elite, that has been those. Here, the high cheese. That excellent command, when you talk about first pitch strikes and what he's done so far coming off the IL, it's been the fastball command that's done it.
1st and 3rd for the Pirates with 2 gone in this first inning, and Rafael Flores. Man, oh man, this is 13 pitches and 10 swings. So if you're Blake Snell, what does that mean to you?
Well, if you're going to throw the fastball because you know they're swinging, put it in a really good place or a good miss. And if you throw in the breaking ball with that man on 3rd, though, it makes it a little tougher because you want to put it in the dirt.
Strike 2.
Back-to-back fastballs. You can go right up the ladder here since he swung at the first high fastball, which takes the risk of the pass ball or wild pitch kind of out of the equation. Because if you go breaking ball, you're going to have to trust your catcher.
Flores, who came into this series scalding hot, 5 home runs over the previous week, 0 for 8, 4 strikeouts this weekend. 2 on, 2 out in the first, and an 0-2 pitch. Sticks with the fastball, misses up.
That chopper turned into the first hit that he's given up on a breaking ball since coming off the IL. Nothing to write home about.
Only the 3rd hit that he's given up on a breaking pitch all year when you factor in his first start that he made way early on. 1-2, and this time he got him, sticking with the high heat, and so he strands 2, and we're off and rolling on this Sunday afternoon. You can come in with a plan. I would think part of being a mature pitcher is knowing when to pivot from that.
Yeah, we've seen Yamamoto make huge steps in that area to go away from getting the swing and miss and all the strikeouts to a little earlier weak contact.
2 gone, the 9-hitter Billy Cook. Shows bunt and takes a strike that kicks off Fiducia. Freeman will hustle over there to get it near the dugout. And the Pirates have had a runner in scoring position in both innings.
It looks like he got blocked out, possibly from the bat and the fake bunt, or the bat gets pulled back right into his eye line and just misses the pitch.
Oh, 0-2. Well, you got a guy up there squaring around with 2 outs, first pitch, and then very late on a fastball. You just sticking with it?
I am. You know, there's one thing, if you're really beating guys with a fastball, you know, the hitter has a brain too, and he might go, oh, I'm going to start cheating if he's going to try and live with that. So it's still a cat and mouse game. But a lot of times you make the hitter make the first adjustment, so you stick with your strength. And he does. You'd love to have the fastball be the out pitch and give up no runs the first time through the order, because that saves a lot of weapons for a second and third time around the order.
Snell delivers 1-2, sticks with a fastball and strikes him out. Not overthinking it right there. His third K through 2. Third game back for Blake Snell. 6 innings, 1 run in both games so far. And now Esmeralyn Valdez takes high for ball. Struck out his first time. Valdez is 22 years old. He came up in May, homered for his first hit, and has not stopped. In fact, he didn't have enough games where he's going to show up on any leaderboard, but if he had played enough games, and it's not a few number, he's played 60, he'd be 5th in the majors in OPS. Right there with James Wood. Not too far behind Ohtani. OPS up above 900. On this 1-1 from Snell, he swings and misses at a good changeup.
Nice to see a good changeup from him. Most of them have been in the dirt or hanging. That's the perfect one.
And that is the one that has given Valdez problems. He's hit fastballs, he's hit breaking balls, but he's 2 for 28 against changeups this year. Here's a 2-2. Back to the hard stuff, misses in. Payoff. Got him. Fastball humming.
He has been able to work the upper part of the strike zone and the inside part of the strike zone with that heater to these righties.
1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth for the Dodgers in support of Blake Snell, who gets a swing and a miss from Brandon Lau, staying away from his old Rays teammate right there with a slider.
That's his 15th swing and miss today. That's huge, and they've only had 1 hard hit ball.
Only 2 hits against him. Walks are something he'd like to improve upon. He's issued 3 of those, and he's hit a batter. Nothing across on the scoreboard. Check swing roller that's just foul. 90 pitches, season high for Snell. It came his last time out in Colorado. It's 85 right here. Nobody throwing in the pen yet. A little bit of stirring down there. Snell trying to help the Dodgers finish off his sweep. Yamamoto on Friday. Skubal yesterday. Snell today. Looks like Skubal, by the way, is lined up to make his next start, the first game in Detroit.
It's going to be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. It's really weird to face your ex-teammates, especially within the same season.
Grounded to second. Tommy Edman stays with it and throws to first to get Lau.
Talk about a cat and mouse game where I know that he knows that I know that he knows. It comes down to a lot of execution.
You figure he'll get a great reception there.
Oh, for sure.
I never understand it when a guy gets traded somewhere and then they boo him as if he chose to leave. When he comes back, I wouldn't imagine that it'd be anything close to that with him this weekend. 1 away for Flores. Inside edge and a strike.
He loves being a Dodger and being in this competition, but he's also hinted how much and told how much he loved Detroit, and he might have a choice at where he works in the future.
Blake Snell's calling the umpires out here. Something with the mound.
It can get carved up in a hurry when you have multiple pitches out there. That's the one thing that relievers have an issue with, but Pittsburgh, using different guys early, would chew it up.
Blake's just doing his part to give us a chance to get a word from Morongo.
The music of U2 by Elevation U2, the 27th Morongo.
So the upper layer of the mound is more of a turfous kind of layer, but below is the red clay. And so they have to sweep the turfous out, the drying agent, and then they go with the clay that's slightly moist, and then they'll put the drying agent on there so it doesn't stick to the bottom of your spikes, but definitely stays solid and gives you good footing.
What is turfous?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me on the air. Okay,
what would be another word for it?
A drying agent.
Okay.
I guess turfous might have been a brand name back in the day for me, and I don't know if it still even exists.
Like all tissues are now Kleenex.
That's true. Cold drink in the South is always a Coke, even if it's a Sprite.
Right. Everybody's got to have a good push broom.
Especially when there's a possible sweep.
Hey. Some push broom, some turfous. Snell's happy.
Yeah, that hole gets about an inch deep in the big leagues, and we got to fix the mound. In Little League, it gets below 6 inches, and nobody comes out and fixes it.
All right. It feels weird for the Little Leaguers when it's too steady. You don't have that hole.
What's this hole like? I don't get the pitch out of a hole.
Right.
This big league mound is too tall.
Nothing in 2 on Flores. 0 for 2 in this game and 0 for 10 in this series. 0 for 10 with 5 Ks for Flores. Snell doing his own manicuring there. Ready for his 90th pitch. Still nobody warming down in the pen. Here he comes. Strikes him out. Back foots that slider.
The only 2 hits Pirates have gotten have been on the slider, but this one really works.
First strikeout since the 3rd, the 5th overall for Snell today. Now this is the same pattern that he's had now 4 innings in a row where he's gotten the first 2 guys out. 3 innings in a row though, he's issued a 2-out walk after that. Got to have a 1-2-3 inning today. Change up for a strike on Nick York.
He's had a couple outings where the curveball has been outstanding. Today it's been the fastball that's outstanding. Maybe the next outing he's going to find the range on his favorite toy, the changeup. He started to find it here today, but not at the level that I'm sure he is satisfied with yet.
That next start probably come in Detroit. Looking at, I think, Saturday. 2 day games in Detroit next weekend. 1 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday. 1 ball and 2 strikes on York. So Snell again has himself on the verge of his first 1-2-3 inning. Enriquez begins to throw for that put away pitch and his first clean inning of the game to likely finish his game. There it is with the pitch that he's rode today. Pirates 0 for 10 with 5 strikeouts against his 4-seam fastball.